Hello, welcome to Made with Love by Daisy. In today's lesson, we are going to handle one of the problems that most crocheters have. So when you are working in daisies, we normally chain 3 and turn as our turning chain. But if you've noticed, you will always have a bumpy edge. Can you see that? So this is how your DC rows usually look when you use a chain 3 as your turning chain. And not to mention, you have these holes right next to them. So how do you avoid them? As you can see on this side, I have a very clean straight edge. So I'm going to teach you how to do this instead of doing this. So let's go ahead and get started. So this stitch is called the Chainless starting DC. So what we're going to do is, so here we are at the beginning of the row. Pull up the loop on your hook so that it is tall enough, as tall as a DC. What you're going to do now is place your index finger on this loop so that it doesn't slip away. Now you're going to wrap your hook around like this so that the loop that you stretched out is wrapped around your hook. So let me show you again. You have your index finger here. Just wrap it around as if you're yarning over with your yarn. Now what we're going to do is insert your hook into the very first stitch. We usually skip the stitch when we chain 3, so make sure you're working into the very first stitch. So here we go. It should look something like this. So your finger is still holding. In case your finger comes off, it's probably going to end up looking like this. So that is why it is important to keep your finger in place. So I just wanted to show you what happens if you don't hold it. So let's just start over again. I got my finger here in place and I'm wrapping it around my hook, wrapping the yarn around my hook. Now insert your hook into the very first DC and pull up a loop. So you technically have something that looks like 1, 2, 3 and 4 loops on your hook. Now you should remember that these 2 loops are the ones that we wrapped around and they are counted as 1 loop. So you want to yarn over, pull through these 3 loops because those 2 loops are considered as 1. And then yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. So this is how your starting DC should look like. And if you look up, so this is the top of your stitch. Let me get my stitch marker to show you more clearly. So these 2 loops that I'm inserting my stitch marker into, they'll become the top of the stitch. So when you finish this row and the next row and you're coming back to this stitch in the end, these are the 2 loops that you will work into. So if you're not sure how to find it, it's a good idea to place a stitch marker so that when you're finishing the next row, you will know where to insert your hook. So when you're working, this is how it will look. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and if there is any other particular stitch for which you want me to do a tutorial, let me know in the comment section and I will do it for you. So happy hooking!